It's 2 a.m. again. You're lying in bed, phone glowing in your face, eyes tired but your brain wide awake, scrolling past memes you won't remember and posts you don't care about. You told yourself you'd sleep early tonight, but here you are, stuck in the same loop. Sound familiar? If it does, this might be the last night you ever feel this way. You've probably heard 100 tips about fixing your sleep. Don't use your phone, go to bed earlier, try meditation, and so on. But let's be real. If advice alone worked, you wouldn't be awake at 2 a.m. for the third night in a row. The truth is, most people don't need more information. They need a system that actually fits into their life, a rhythm that their brain can trust, not another temporary fix. That's what this night routine's all about. No gimmicks, no guru nonsense, and definitely no need to cut off all screen time at sunset and live like a monk. What I'm about to share with you is a routine that works with your habits, not against them. It's been tested by students, night owls, overthinkers, and even people who've struggled with insomnia for years. It actually sticks because it's simple, repeatable, and doesn't feel like punishment. Now, this isn't about forcing yourself to fall asleep or tricking your brain with supplements. It's about setting up your environment and your actions in a way that tells your body, hey, it's safe now. You can relax. You'll learn how to gradually power down your brain instead of hitting it with an off switch. You'll create space between your stress and your sleep. Over time, your body starts associating these cues with rest, not resistance. Stick around until the end, because I'll also give you one mindset shift most people completely overlook. The mental bug that causes even the best routines to fail. Once you understand that piece, you won't just fix your sleep. You'll take control of your nights, your mornings, and your energy during the day. So if you're tired of feeling tired and you're ready to finally get your nights back, let's begin. Let's break something down before we dive into the routine. Your sleep isn't broken because you're lazy or weak. It's broken because the world you live in is wired to keep you awake. Everything around you, from your phone to your lighting to your thoughts, sends signals to your brain that it's time to stay alert. And your body? It's just following orders. Think about it. Blue light from screens tells your brain it's still daytime. Scrolling through social media floods your brain with dopamine, making it crave more stimulation instead of slowing down. And then there's the mental chaos, unfinished tasks, emotional spirals, late-night overthinking. That's like trying to sleep with your brain screaming in 10 different directions. It's not just about sleep quantity either. It's the quality that's quietly killing your energy. Even if you're in bed for 8 hours, if your brain never enters deep rest, you'll still wake up groggy and drained. That's because your nervous system is stuck in alert mode. You're lying down, but your mind is still in fight or flight, running from one thought to the next. So no, you don't need more willpower or better genetics. You need to reset the signals. And that starts with a night routine that gently shuts down the noise, both external and internal, so your body can finally do what it's designed to do: rest, recover, and reset. The good news? That shift starts with just a few small changes, and they're easier than you think. Let's start with the first step, the power down hour. This is the 60 minutes before bed that sets everything else in motion. Most people don't realize it, but your brain doesn't just shut off like a light switch. It needs time to decelerate, to shift from problem-solving and notifications to stillness and sleep. In this hour, the goal is simple: remove friction and remove stimulation. That means no caffeine, no heavy decision-making, and ideally, no screens. But don't panic. You don't have to ditch your phone completely. Instead, you're going to change how you use it. Switch from dopamine-spiking content to something passive, like instrumental music, a podcast, or a long video essay that doesn't hype you up. It helps to dim the lights too. Light tells your body it's still daytime, so keeping your environment low-lit signals your brain to begin winding down. Think of it like slowly fading out a song. You might not notice every note, but your body does. That subtle change is what begins to shift your nervous system into a calmer state. The power down hour doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be consistent. This one habit alone tells your brain that the day is done. It lowers stress levels and gives your sleep hormones permission to rise. Over time, you won't even need to try. Your body will start easing into rest automatically, as if it's learned the rhythm. Next comes one of the hardest but most important steps, the digital sunset. 30 minutes before bed, you stop all screen use. No phones, no laptops, no Netflix playing in the background. This one change alone can transform how quickly you fall asleep and how deeply you stay there. The reason is simple. Screens give off blue light, and blue light tells your brain it's still daytime. That suppresses melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel sleepy. Even if your eyes feel tired, your brain is being tricked into staying alert. So you scroll, and then wonder why it takes you over an hour to actually fall asleep. Instead of battling your phone, replace it with something calming. A few pages of a book, a gentle playlist, a podcast with no loud ads, or even a simple journal. Let your mind drift without pressure. You don't need to be productive here. You just need to stop feeding your brain signals that say, stay awake. If you're someone who always reaches for your phone before bed, don't beat yourself up. Just try this once. One night without screens before sleep. Let your brain experience what silence and stillness actually feel like. You might be surprised by how quickly your body responds when you finally give it permission to slow down. Now that your environment is starting to settle, it's time to bring your body into the same state. This step is about gentle movement. Nothing intense, nothing structured, just a simple way to release the tension you've been carrying all day. Most of us don't notice how much stress we hold in our muscles until we try to sleep and realize our jaw is tight. Our shoulders are stiff, or our legs won't stop twitching. Your body needs to feel safe and relaxed before it will allow you to fall into deep sleep. And that means signaling to your nervous system that it's okay to let go. The easiest way to do this is with light movement. You can stretch on the floor, do a few minutes of slow yoga, take a warm shower while focusing on your breath, or even just walk slowly around your room with the lights low. What matters is not the movement itself, but the intention behind it. When you move gently, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body responsible for rest and recovery. It's like flipping a switch from on to off without having to force anything. Your heart rate begins to drop, your breathing slows, and your mind starts to mirror what your body is doing. This isn't about exercise. It's about signaling peace. It's about transition. Some people even find comfort in simple rituals, like moisturizing slowly, massaging their hands or feet, or sitting with a hot mug of herbal tea. These are all quiet ways of telling your body the day is done. You are not rushing anymore. You are not solving problems. You are just coming home to yourself. And once your body feels that shift, your mind will naturally follow. Even when your body is calm, there's still one thing that keeps most people awake: the endless chatter of an unfinished day. Your thoughts start racing the moment your head hits the pillow. You remember that email you forgot to reply to, the assignment due next week, or the awkward thing you said 3 days ago. This is where a simple but powerful tool comes in: the brain dump. Before bed, grab a notebook or even a piece of scrap paper. Write down anything that's still buzzing in your head. To-dos, worries, random thoughts, anything that feels unfinished. Don't try to organize it or make it neat. The goal here is to get your thoughts out of your head and onto something you can see. It's a signal to your brain that it doesn't have to hold on to everything anymore. Once that's done, take just 1 extra minute to plan the top 3 things you want to do tomorrow. Keep it specific and realistic. Instead of writing study, write finished biology notes, or review Chapter 4 problems. That way, when you wake up, you're not hit with a wall of decisions. You'll start the day with clarity and direction, not confusion or stress. This tiny nightly habit helps your brain close its mental tabs. It removes the pressure to remember everything while you sleep and replaces it with a sense of control. You're telling your mind, you did enough today. Everything is written down. You can rest now. It sounds simple, and it is, but that's exactly why it works so well. At this point, your mind is lighter and your body is calm. But there's one final step to make sleep truly effortless. Create consistent sleep triggers. These are small sensory cues that gently nudge your brain into knowing it's time to shut down. Think of them like bedtime rituals for your nervous system, simple actions that, over time, become automatic signals for rest. One of the easiest ways to do this is through scent. Something like lavender, eucalyptus, or even the smell of a clean pillowcase can send subtle messages to your brain that it's safe to relax. You could use an essential oil, a pillow spray, or just open a window to let in fresh air. The idea is not to overwhelm your senses, but to soothe them. Sound is another powerful tool. Try playing the same calming playlist every night or letting soft ambient noise fill the room. Over time, your brain starts to associate that exact sound with the feeling of winding down. The repetition is what builds the connection, not the complexity. You don't need anything fancy. You just need consistency. You can even use touch as a trigger. Wrapping yourself in the same soft blanket, drinking warm tea, or dimming the same lamp before bed can all become signals that say, "We're done for today." These small habits may seem insignificant at first, but done regularly, they start to carry weight. And soon, your body begins to fall asleep, not out of exhaustion, but because it has been gently led there by signals it understands. Let's take a moment to bring it all together. What you've just built isn't just a set of tips. It's a full system, a night routine designed to guide your body and mind toward real rest. And the beauty of it is that it's gentle. Nothing extreme, nothing complicated, just small habits layered with intention. First, you set the tone with your power-down hour. You gave your mind permission to slow down. Then came the digital sunset, cutting off stimulation and protecting your sleep hormones. You followed that with light movement, sending your body the message that it's safe to let go. Then you cleared mental clutter with a brain dump and gave your mind direction with a short plan for tomorrow. Finally, you added in your sleep triggers, the smells, sounds, and textures that calm your senses and create familiarity. These steps are simple on their own, but together they create a powerful cascade effect. Each one builds on the last, helping you drift into sleep without effort or resistance. This is the kind of routine that doesn't just help you sleep better tonight. It improves your mornings, sharpens your focus, and resets your energy. And with consistency, it becomes second nature. You won't need to force it or even think about it. Your body will begin to crave it. Your brain will trust it. And that's when sleep stops being a struggle and starts becoming your greatest asset. You don't have to live in a cycle of restless nights and groggy mornings. You don't have to keep relying on caffeine to survive the day or scrolling through distractions to numb your mind at night. Tonight can be different. Not because you're changing your entire life overnight, but because you're choosing to take one small step toward peace. This night routine is not about perfection. It's about direction. It gives your mind clarity, your body consistency, and your sleep the space it needs to actually do its job. The more you repeat it, the more it becomes automatic. And when your nights are calm, your days feel sharper, lighter, and more in your control. So give this routine a try tonight. Just once. See how your body responds when you stop fighting sleep and start preparing for it with intention. And if it works for you, keep going. Build momentum. Let it become part of your rhythm, not just a one-time fix. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs better sleep just as much as you do. And if you want more practical tools to feel more focused, rested, and in control of your time, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your routine shapes your reality. And when you protect your nights, you reclaim your days.